So I make it to the hotel. I go into the lobby, and for some reason, they're like bugs at the door. They can't get into the lobby. Like they won't come in, like they'll get arrested or something. So they're just standing outside taking pictures of me in the lobby out of breath. And these three dudes were like waiting for me. Like if I came out, it was gonna be a problem.
So of the many questions I have for you, Anthony Mackie, I gotta start with the most pressing, the one that when I read this, I was like, this can't be true. This can't be true. There's no way this is true. Is it true you really do have an iPhone 6 Plus? Like that's your phone with a cracked screen? That is, it's the cracked screen for me. Is this true?
I'm happy to inform you. I was recently, my friends got together and got me a 10X. So I don't know what it is, but my 6 Plus died. It was a very sad day.
And so you had to get a new phone. First of all, welcome to 2021. Glad to meet you. Okay, but you was really out in these 2020 streets with a 6 Plus, right?
You see, my thing is this. I like the button at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, okay.
And they got rid of it. And the last one was the 6 Plus. So I was like, as long as my button worked, but my button like fell off the phone.
So you sound like a real dinosaur right now. Is this emblematic of generally your relationship with technology?
You're gonna be mad when I go to that Cricket Wireless in about 2 months.
If you was out here with a Metro PCS, I'm not shaming you. It's okay. That is funny. I was like, you can't be Falcon out here. You can't be, Captain America out here, like riding with this 6 Plus. So I'm glad your friend saved you from yourself. Okay. I'm glad that this happened. But it's a pleasure to have you on. I have, a lot of stuff that I want to ask you, especially about the new series that you have coming out, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. A lot of people are super geeked about it, myself included, as someone who has seen every last Marvel movie, grew up reading Marvel comics. I'm not quite in the depths of the nerdery of the comic land, but I can go in there and blend in. I'm in like general admission. Some of them in the VIP, but I can blend in if I go into that room. So from that standpoint, it's really a treat to have you on. It's a question I'm asking every guest, especially one as notable as yourself. Why don't you tell me about the first time that you felt famous?
The first time I felt famous, it was funny. I was in Europe. I was in London with some friends, and when you're in Hollywood, they tell you, as a Black actor, you have no international appeal. You have no international sales. You don't sell abroad. So I was in London, and I was staying in an area called Soho, right, which is right by the theater district. And, it's a nice area, a nice hotel. But the hotel was like down this alley. And at the opposite end of the alley was this very scary strip club. And Soho is a well-known like gay area in London. So I come out the hotel and I walk and I go see a play. And I'm coming out of the play and I hear somebody go, "American Boy." I turn around and it's these 3 massively yoked gay dudes. And one dude goes, "It's Anthony Mackie." I'm like, "How y'all doing?" And the dude goes, no, wait, come here. So they start chasing, like I'm walking fast. They're walking fast. I break into a slow jog. They break into a slow jog. So I'm about maybe 30 feet ahead of them in a nice trot, trying to make it back to the hotel. So before I can get to the hotel, this very scary woman out of this strip club goes, "Hey, it's Anthony Mackie." And I'm like, "Oh no." So to get away from the dudes, I duck down the alley, and I guess they're doing some kind of weird tour. And the tour guide goes, "Hey, it's Anthony Mackie." So I make it to the hotel, I go into the lobby, and they're for some reason they're like bugs at the door. They can't get into the lobby. Like they won't come in, like they'll get arrested or something. So they're just standing outside taking pictures of me in the lobby out of breath. And these three dudes were like waiting for me. Like if I came out, it was gonna be a problem. So I stayed in the hotel for the rest of my trip.
So, at what stage in your career was this?
Oh, this was, we were shooting. So this was like 2011 because I was there shooting Avengers. So it was like 2000, yeah, like 2011, 2012. So this was right at the precipice of all of the Marvel stuff starting.
And look at that, because I was like, this had to be post 8 Mile, of course.
Yo.
Right. All right. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you wind up being a key figure in 6 Marvel movies. Like your fame is just international. And now you have a project before you doing Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Tell me, how does filming a Marvel TV series compare to filming a Marvel movie?
You know what? The process was very similar to shooting a movie. It was just like we were shooting a 6-hour movie. So it took longer. But it's all the same people, stunt wise, tech wise, camera wise, from the movies. They're just working on the shows now. So I think that's why, with WandaVision and especially our show, you still keep the same feel as the Marvel movies. You just get 6 hours of it instead of 2.
Well, those last 2 Avenger movies, I mean, they could rival 6 hours.
They did. They was
it
up
was like
there.
3 and some change. They was in there, both of them. Now, you mentioned WandaVision. There's been a great response to that. How do you think the success of WandaVision will impact what you're doing with Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Well, I think WandaVision was a great starting point for the television version of the Marvel Universe because it was so unique of a show. It was so different than anything you've ever seen before that's been Marvel, that it gave the audience and everyone an idea of what these shows could possibly be. And it showed that the level of quality you're used to with the movies, you're still going to get that on television. So, I'm happy that it was such a success and people enjoyed it so much because, the performances in that show was second to none. I mean, it was really exciting to see everybody show up and play hard, and it stay in the vein of the Marvel franchise.
For those who have been following the Marvel stories, I mean, I think it's been 21 movies, right? What do you think those who are fans and even those who may be getting a new introduction to your character, to Winter Soldier, what do you think the audience, like what will resonate the most with them about Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Well, I think what people will enjoy and really appreciate is the fact that with 6 hours, you really get to know these characters. We get to get into their backstory. We get to know them as just unique individuals and how they fit into this new Marvel universe, because this is basically a starting over point. I mean, Endgame was really the end game. So, you develop a 10-year relationship with all of these characters. So now introducing all these new characters, you have to give people a starting point for to build those relationships. So when we get back into the film world, you'll have the same love and appreciation for those characters that you did for the old ones.
So, as somebody who's done so many different kind of roles, what has it been like for you to play the same character for a decade? I mean, I mean, I know it's good because the check's still cashing, right? And Marvel's like huge, but at the same time, I know actors are often very concerned about playing the same character and people not being able to see them outside of that character. So what's the experience been like to play the same person, even though you've done other stuff for this long?
Well, I think, coming from a theater background, I've found ways to make the characters I play unique and fun every time I show up to play that character. So that's not really a problem that I've ever had, because you do a play, you're doing 8 shows a week for 6, 7 months. That's a lot of the same lines and the same character. But one thing I've come to appreciate is playing a character that's loved and appreciated. Because as artists, as people who put your talent out in the ethos to be judged, so many people out there find joy in telling you how much you suck. And
Right.
it feels great to have a character that, instead of every time somebody sees you or acknowledges you or recognizes you, they do it from a point of appreciation instead of hatred or animosity. So I take it all with a grain of salt. I feel very privileged and lucky to be a part of the Marvel universe and to play a character like the Falcon. So I roll with the punches and enjoy it all the time.